This is ANN News Brief.
Unidentified militants in Burkina Faso have killed at least 10 soldiers and wounded many others in an attack on a military unit. The army says in a statement Monday's barbaric attack occurred in the early hours of the morning in Katogo, Somme province. It did not provide much further details. Burkina Faso has been overrun by Islamist violence this year. Hundreds of civilians have died and more than 150,000 have fled their homes because of the attacks spreading across the Sahel region by jihadist groups with links to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State. The army says in reaction to the barbaric attack, a vast air and land search operation is seeking to neutralize many assailants. Last year, Ouagadougou government declared a state of emergency in several northern provinces bordering Mali, including some as a result of deteriorating security. In fight against Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo and border towns, more than 60,000 traders in eastern DR Congo who cross the border regularly into Rwanda and Uganda are now going to be vaccinated to curb an Ebola outbreak. Cases recorded recently in the trading hub of Goma have raised concerns of cross-border spread. The coordinator of the Ebola response in DR Congo, John Jacques Muyembe, says the health authorities in Rwanda have also ordered 100,000 doses of the vaccine for a similar campaign targeting traders. Ebola virus has killed more than 1,900 people. Over the last month, Rwandan border officials have been limiting the number of traders they allow crossover to Goma each day. It is not clear when the mass vaccination campaign will start. On Monday, DR Congo authorities confirmed a new case of Ebola in Pinga Walikale, a remote militia-controlled province far from the area where previous cases near the border with Rwanda and Uganda occurred. The health ministry also confirmed a third case in South Kivu region, more than 700 kilometers south of where the first case was detected. We'll return after this short break.
We are on the road every day, canvassing throughout Africa for news you really need. We follow this story everywhere, from every corner of Nigeria to the wide African expanse. We bring you what's making headlines. We connect you with news you can use. ANN, African News Network, in a truly African spirit.
The Southern African Development Community SADC new chairman, President John Magufuli, has appealed to the international community to scrap sanctions against Zimbabwe, saying the country has already opened a new page and is ready to move forward. Speaking during his maiden acceptance speech after assuming the SADC chairmanship, Tanzanian president said the problems that face Zimbabwe face all countries in the region, and the sanctions on the country will affect the entire South. Magufuli said sanctions imposed by Western countries against Zimbabwe are hurting Zimbabweans and people from across member states. He appealed to the international community to lift the sanctions and called for other SADC member states to stand together to make sure that sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe and the West are lifted. European Union (EU) sanctions on Zimbabwe were first imposed in 2002 by common position, including arms embargo, asset freeze, and travel ban on targeted people and entities. That's ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Ademi.